Microphone. Oh my god. It's the first time of the day that I opened my mouth and started to say some words, and instead of some sounds, a bunch of gravelly muck came out. All right. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. I think everything's right and ready for you. Every week I do this, it feels all new. 'Cause I don't know what I'm doing. And Voxy knows too. It's the new era. It's a shinobi time. What? Shinobi time. Get your sword and jump on the walls. It's shinobi time. All right. Just slightly get everything in the way. Mainframe. Oh, I can't remember Bob's speech anymore. You big noob! Coming in early. Where's everything? There we go. Okay. Crazy Farm Guy, Y.T. Jeremiah, Harry Dampf, and Lou Bomb. Braylon. It's moving too fast. It's moving too fast. Where's everybody doing here? Elf Wolf. Skulja G. Siren KT. Oh, KT. I should have been able to read that one properly. Anyway, the emotes are so big. The emotes are so big. I didn't notice. Let's crank those down a few notches. Anyway, here we go again. Nothing more, nothing lesser. Mr. Cartoons, and Kevin is the antidepressor. Is that an insult or is that a compliment? Am I an antidepressant? I make you feel good? Am I Dr. Feel Good? Am I the one that makes you feel all right? And I'm going to be your reconcile? Something like that. That song's very old and I don't remember the words. But yeah, my name is Curtis. I try my best to show up here every Friday on the Streamlabs stream. If I'm not too busy, and I'm always too busy, but sometimes I don't have any ideas left for my... Don't look at me like that, Kevin. I don't have any ideas left for my regular work. And an afternoon like this helps kind of clear things out and make myself ready for new things. AMG Wolfie. I'm a Wolfie. Gator. Nope. Garactor. So anyway, if you type exclamation point giveaway or just slide on over to the Streamlabs Twitter, there's a post of me pointing at Kevin. It's the green Kevin, I just realized. Eric didn't use the new one, but that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, post your ideas underneath there for a custom emote you would like to get. I'll do as many as I can. I very semi-randomly pick something that I think I can and will draw before the end of the afternoon. I try my best to do 3 to 4. And then next week at some point, Eric will send them out to the people who requested them, and it's yours to do with whatever you want. Use it as your emote. Get it tattooed on your ankle, put it on the fridge, and say, "Look, Mom, somebody made this for me." I genuinely don't care as long as you're happy. As long as you're happy, and just in that mode where I've forgotten how to do everything. Boo! I'm a ghost. I'm a Streamlabs ghost. Welcome to the roast. We're gonna have some hot dogs. So anyway, yeah, making your requests in the chat will do nothing. That just whips by and it will be forgotten and lost forever. But if you suggest your ideas in the Twitter thread, then I can catalog them and we can get stuff to you, and it doesn't disappear. Siren KT looking for toast. Everyone loves some toast the most. Now I kind of semi-started before the stream. and there was just some of the regulars, the usuals that are always quick and early to get in there. And Captain Ba'army asked for an angry mustache. I think it was a very angry mustache. I already forget now. An angry mustache, a very angry mustache. And it's been a long time. I'd rather have a piece of toast. I'm not afraid of a ghost, or whatever that line was from many years ago. Can you pin my link to my OS silent? No, I can't, but if you just think, maybe it's a stream about what I'm doing and not about whatever you're doing. All right, angry mustache. Angry mustache. So first we start with a rough sketch. And I keep forgetting it's summertime. Uh-oh. And I can't find my stupid little drawing glove. That's always just here. It's always just here. Where would it go? Where would it go? Oh, there it is. The only place it can. The floor. The floor. Because I do spend most of my time looking down-ish at my drawing tablet screen. The Todoroki fish. No, Todoroki? Todoroki. Dono dances and texting to your boss. Is that a person? Is that a person? I have a sneaking suspicion. Every once in a while when somebody's like, hey, here's a bunch of English words, now say this other word. I feel like you're trying to trick me into saying something that I ought not to be saying. So I'm not going to say whatever that is or ask about it. I'm going to move on. Let's move on. Rough sketch of an angry mustache. Here we go. Here we go. Where's the microphone? Huh? Also, it's multi-chat, so I can see chats from the different places. So sometimes I'm saying things, and you guys are like, what? Angry mustache. Just thinking out loud with some lines that aren't very proud. Modify, transform, flip horizontal. Tech Girl and Dava. Hey, late night stream labs. How do you do today? Hope everyone's having a very good time. I wish that I could think of a very clever rhyme, but I'm thinking about a mustache that's very angry. Where will I put its eyes? We want to fill some space. Still need some eyes. Oops, that's the eraser tool. I also picked this one to start because I feel like it'll be real quick. Super real quick. Derpy Tater. Roofless cult. Derpy Tater, what do you know? Whatever your idea is for an emote that you would like, make sure exclamation point giveaway or jump over to the Streamlabs Twitter and post it under the thread of me and Kevin saying, what would you like today? And I do as many as I can, again, depending on whether or not it's something I can draw without doing a ton of research. Because, you know, I'm relatively old in comparison to many of the people that show up in the streams. And my references are very old. Hey, what new TV shows do you you know, any kind of programs that are new and not, you know, from 10 years ago? What's the new thing that you watch? The new... You say that like you know what's in my head, Kevin. But the only thing I'm technically up to date on is Taskmaster. Everything else, I'm just like, I meant to watch that 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and then I just didn't. Angry mustache. What if we... I don't want it to be too small, but I kind of want to give him a switchblade. Is that crazy? I mean, I know it is, but, you know. Steve. How does... Steville? Steville. Steve Eel? Sussy Becca? So many letters. Pretty good. Pretty good. That's how I'm doing. Let me move everything down a little. Steel City 103. Sounds like a radio station to me. We got news on the hour and got weather 10 minutes after the Powerball announcement. That's a thing. That's like American lottery or something like that. I just feel like this could be more evil. Again, no matter how simple I think something is going to be, your brain starts ticking and it don't stop ticking. And then you're watching X-Files with the lights on. Ladies, ma'am, good afternoon to you. From 1945. Why won't this scroll properly? Where's my mouse? There we go. Just be down here always. See if that works. Nemexpert. The expert on the nematodes. Evil mustache. Evil mustache. I mean, I feel like I kind of want to go a little old school. The swirly mustache. Put on a bit of an angle. I think that might be better. But once it's shrunk down, that'll just look like weird free-floating arms of some kind. Let's put the eyebrows, or the eyebrows, the eyes in this mustache. How indeed, how indeed. Peter Tabulus, Tabalus, Tabalo, Peter. And the Captain Barmy's showing up for evil mustache time, but I can't think how to do. Eyebrows on a mustache is breaking my brain. It's like that first time you realize that Chewbacca has a mustache, and you're like, what? And your whole world turns upside down. It's like, but he is a mustache. He's just a big mustache, but he's got a mustache on a mustache. And you think something... I still want to just put a little pirate scar on its face. And then... I'm evil. No, that doesn't help. Nah, that's just perturbed, like a Kathy cartoon. My chat isn't auto-scrolling for some reason, and I do not know why. I mean, it was, and I feel like I clicked somewhere, and I ruined everything. What if I click away? Click away, Meryl. Click away. Excuse me. All right. Anyway, this one was supposed to be a quick and simple one. Let's quick and simple this away. We can get to putting some sunglasses on stuff. That was a big old gasping open mouth. You're about to proclaim something, sir, but nothing came out. You know, what's that song where it's like you try to open your mouth, but no words come out? Something. M&M candies, I think. You're super way off. Mom spaghetti. What was I going to say? Because sometimes I look up, instead of looking at the camera, I look at the other version of me drawing on this screen, and I'm like, let me just judge myself internally until I think I'm doing a good job, or, oh no, I hate myself again. I don't know how to draw. I should give up. Oh, man. But yeah, no, I was going to say that every Friday, or every-ish Friday, I wasn't here last week, but I try my best to be here, and we do several things during the afternoon. One is, we have Kevin just be a jerk to me just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it, being a jerk. I'm loving it. You're mixing two slogans at once, Kevin. And then the other thing is I try to read people's names. Which is super interesting to see all the clever names that people come up with. I don't know if I like this little bit of hair here. And if you've been here for a few minutes, you know that I also try to just rhyme things for no reason whatsoever. And 90% of the time, they are incredibly weak rhymes that have not been thought out in any way, shape, or form. But if I don't say things, then I go crazy. But if I say things, then people can hear how crazy I am. Oh, what a dilemma. What a dilemma indeed. But speaking of crazy, to normalize myself to the other humans in the world, because I'm not a weird robot. I'm totally just normal. I'm super normal and nothing's weird at all. Yeah, super adorable. Everything's super adorable. Nothing's weird. Hey, why don't you just talk to an imaginary cat or an imaginary little square guy that represent the big company? Or maybe sometimes you talk to the robot vacuum in the other room, because I've heard you talk to the robot vacuum. Sometimes he's going under the couch and he shuts off my internet, and I got to say, hey. Don't go over there. You're going to shut off the internet again. But, you know, it's not an Android vacuum cleaner. It's just, you know, a little robot vacuum cleaner. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, why did it just like that? Just bend some corners. Anyway, the end of that little tirade is the third thing is I try to normalize myself with the rest of humanity by talking about or complaining about the people in my neighborhood. The people that I meet when I attempt to walk down the street, the people in my neighborhood. But it's true. Boo, I'm a ghost. His name is Professor. His name is Professor Montgomery. And I treat him like a dog that doesn't leave fur everywhere. I was going to give him the name Goodberk, you know, kind of King of the Hill style. After my actual dog, but, you know, I haven't seen him in a long time, and he's getting old, and then I don't want to be rude, even though he has no idea. But that dog, he never vacuumed anything. He never vacuumed one thing. But anyway, I don't know if I mentioned this on this stream. I think it was just a tweet / Instagram story that I posted, but Captain Bobby coming in on multiple channels in stereo. Reneki's Mr. Koba. Is that Koba? Is Koba the evil ape that everyone was posting? It was like, Koba should be in everything, or was he the evil ape from the previous movie? And I'm just remembering that name for some reason. But anyway, not too long ago, the superintendent of my building was like, hey, you're actually using your car. Or I got into my car or whatever, and it's just like, you wave to me virtually every single time I get into my car. This is like, you know, you haven't not seen me in my car. You know I use my car. But yes, I do spend most of my life in this apartment / in this room. And when I do go out into the world, everything is relatively close, so I usually just walk there. It's, you know, faster-ish, easier-ish. Doesn't cost me gas. And, you know, my car also needs to be replaced soon, so I don't want to get trapped somewhere again. But anyway, one day, some time ago, I want to do that. Yeah, let's still give him a little closed eye. Oops. But anyway, yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, first real interaction. Boy storm, it's a storm of boys. Do you drink tea? No, but I do drink things with my pinky in the air. So anyway, the super informed me that whoever that is, I don't know, but it was, sounded like upwards of 4 people, including in this little Let's Talk About Curtis Cabal. And he was just like, we call your car Santa's sleigh because it's red and it only moves once a year. When I'm just like, I mean, that's not true. I can see how often everybody else's cars move because I don't leave. So I know that, yes, everybody else comes and goes in their cars constantly. But how much I do or do not use my car really shouldn't matter to anybody else. And then just, I want to say maybe 2 weeks ago now, a week and a half ago now, Chaos is getting a new monitor to do some Streamlabs in a more efficient way. That didn't rhyme at all. And then this other lady who lives next door to me, literally as I was getting in my car, Hola mi mundo historico. How are you watching the internet without Wi-Fi? How's that possible? Oh, everyone's magic. Everyone is magic. So, lady next door, like, as I'm going to get into my car, she was just like, oh, like, that poor, we all, like, feel bad for that poor little car. It just sits there and it doesn't get to go anywhere. Like, why is everyone so concerned? And it's an adorable little Honda Fit. They can't see that it's rotting away from the bottom up. And there's 1,000 things wrong with it. But it is, and it's an adorable little car, and if you, give a little bit of R2-D2 humanity to it, then yeah, you'll feel sorry that it doesn't get to go out and participate in the big Herbie the Love Bug adventure type things. It just sits there and waits for me to go somewhere. Drawing is way too simple for the amount of time. It's only been 20 minutes. That's fine. But she tells me, like, oh, like, we feel so bad that your car isn't going. We're like, I'm literally getting in my car right now, like, at this moment. And then before the stream, I took a quick walk, like, across the street to grab some food real quick. And neighbor was on the front step with a new lady that lives in the building. And I'm stepping off the step. I've got my headphones in, and I can hear words and just like, oh, for the love of fun. Why are you talking to me? I'm in a hurry. I'm on the run. And just takes the time to, like, to point out to me, like, oh, like, not taking your car? It's not like it's raining out or storming out or freezing out or whatever. It's just, like, oh, you're going outside without an umbrella or a jacket. Like, so disappointed. Just like, I don't know. Maybe if your husband wasn't such a constant alcoholic, you guys could have a car too. I don't know. But Mikey's in the chat, surfing on the X. Vavishi family vlog. Vavishi? Vavici. Vavici. Gymex? Jimex. Gymex. But yeah, and then she's just like, I was like, what is, like, every time I go for, I was like, going for a walk is a good thing, guys. Going for a walk is a good thing. This is what's going to give me the energy that I need and relax me or whatever to do a stream, to do the afternoon's work, etc. Now it's kind of looking a little bit like a Mario 3 Goomba if it was a mustache. from India. Do, do, do. That's pretty far. Do, 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 do. I hope everything's going great. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. The music got real quiet, so I decided to make a bunch of random noises of my own. Then in what way were they random? Because I think if you drift back into your 80s memory, there were clearly the dulcet down sounds of the A-Teams era. Most things that I do are to the tune of the A-Team theme song. And that's just a fact. Add some highlights to make it pop. All right, I still want... Oh, let's go with a little bigger brush. That is too big. 3? No. 2. Let's get rid of these. That's because it looks like your actual mustache for the most part. I just hate that feeling that, everything can always be better. There's always another way to do something. It might not necessarily be better or just different. Like, I was designing a sign for somebody yesterday / today / last night / in my dreams. And the first version I did of it, I was just like, yeah, this idea is where I should go with it. I'm trying to build it out and whatnot. And, let's get rid of these lines. And then I was just like staring at it, again, same as everything, hating it. Slow cooked meatballs. I know what Voxney's family is having for dinner tonight. They feel like meatballs tonight, like meatballs tonight, like meatballs tonight. Let's do this. Let's get a little bit more crazy. Let's delete you. Did I fill all that in? Yeah. Copy, paste, and place. Scale down. And then, yeah. All of a sudden, I was like, oh, you know what? I just had a fully different idea in my head. I was like, gotta do that instead. Put that together. And then still, even though I was just like, this is definitely the way better version, the best idea, it fits with the personality, let's say, of the person who it's for and everything. And I'm holding shift, just select, come on, there we go. And then all of a sudden, Miss Venomous, you just still have that sudden looming thought of just like, this could be better. this could be different. What if I this? Maybe I should think about all these other. And it's just like, you know, as long as you open up that spider web of multiverse in your head, and it's like, oh, actually, any idea is possible. And I could have 1,000 ideas or none. Oh no! But yes, to reiterate. Oh, the bot isn't working? Yeah, to reiterate from the beginning of the stream, what program is that using? Fluffy Canadian from Canada's Queen. I'm using Adobe Animate. I believe you spelled winner wrong, Miss Venomous. You spelled winner wrong. Why am I sad all the time? From reading sad things online. Oh, the world. All right. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to do, and I got carried away with adding eyeballs. I just wanted to put a little highlight here. But yeah, every week, try my best to draw as many of the emotes you guys suggest. To suggest a note. And under the thread, that's me, and there's a green Kevin there that says, "What do you want?" Suggest your ideas there, and I'll try my best to draw as many as I can. Like I said, it's usually 3, maybe 4, if it's a real good day. Copy, shift, paste, modify. Nope. Yeah, there we go. And then let's put a 3. Let's put a 3 on there, just so we have that nice, thick Dexter's Lab style outline, because that's what I'm into sometimes. The company is just called Winner, or is it Winners with an S? Where I used to love getting all of my discount clothes. And then one day, everything they made started selling. I'm tagged in a work thread, I believe, for some reason. I'll figure that out later. Cause if you've got a car and you gotta get there, you don't wanna be in dramatic despair. You wanna get there before you miss your dinner. Get your car fixed with a real winner. Winner Automotive. Sorry, it's Adobe Animate, you said. I work for a dealership. Trying to get out of my head. Arctic Fox! Did someone win? We're gonna spin. Gonna have some time and... Wolfhard, Finn? Alright. I've lost track of everything that I was thinking. Time to pick another semi-randomly pick another thing to draw. Gotta refresh and see what the posts have to say. Gonna figure out what we're gonna draw today. Can I read and talk at the same time? I can't. That's why I'm failing at this rhyme. But that works, but it's so weak that I'm just a rhyme jerk. Hey, I feel like I made this one before. I'll be copying what I did, but maybe that's okay. What end or in the middle? Which side of Canada are you on, floofing around in? if if you'll allow me to dox you to everyone. All right, I'm gonna do this one anyway. Middle. I'm on the right side. Never eat shredded wheat. I'm on the east. They think I'm slow 'cause I'm from Canada. Ay. Oops. All right, just trying to... Oh, for the love of fun. All right, let's do this again. Copy. Then we paste. Add a link and salted for taste. Put this here for Eric for later, and he can put it on your refrigerator. All right. Hopefully that will work. And when the working day is done, mustaches just want to have fun. Or in the Captain Barmy case, mustaches just want to brutally murder you, I think? I forget now. I know that there's some sort of alternate dimension in like in part 1. Maybe it was part 2. I forget how many parts are out yet. I know that first part was just like, I'm so nervous. Lots of good stuff. All right. So the next one from @Boo I'm a Ghost. Says a kitty ghost. 'Cause, you know, every week I've got to draw a cat of some kind. I've just got to. I don't want to. But I got to. Oh, everything's weird. Everything's weird. Everything's a drum. Everything's weird. People like their steak both raw and both seared. Like the amount of weird things that I've drawn in my life that I should never ever even talk about. And you know, that I talk about way too much, but so often. Sorry. The other so often is I start to draw something while I'm talking, and one of them has to come to a halt. While I think of like the words have to stop while I try to think of lines, or lines have to stop while I try to think of words. Fizzle TV, fizzling out, don't fizzle on me. I'm drawing on a Huion canvas tablet, drawing in Adobe Animate, and I think that answers all of the questions. Why would there be more information than that, Sarah? There's no, I mean, you're basically an Illustrator guy who refuses to use Illustrator. Ever. I used it like once 2 days ago. I used Illustrator. That it was a nightmare? It's always a nightmare, but it does do things that I need done. How can I get an emote too? How can I get an emote from you? How is it possible to get a link? Hope that I don't stink. Go to the Streamlabs, @Streamlabs on Twitter, or X if you will. There's a post of me and a green Kevin. Pay attention, Kevin. And Voxney's always here, helping out. The robot isn't posting the link today. But yeah, suggest your idea. We'll try a slightly different kind of ghost today. And then, like I say, way too much. Then I semi-randomly pick stuff, mostly based on things that I think I can draw semi-quickly or won't take up the entire afternoon, because sometimes, you know, even though it's just one word, one simple little word that just says, my cat, let's say. And my cat could take, you know, anywhere from a few minutes to, you know, hours. Like Milo has been designed and redesigned a few times, and I haven't in the longest time done anything Milo-ish, but one of the reasons for one of the redesigns was, all right, I just want to make little comic strips about me and Milo that I don't sit and labor over the drawings forever and think about them. It's just meant to be squiggly, quick, rough lines. And then it just keeps getting more and more refined where I'm like, no, somewhere there's one of my old supervisors or me as a supervisor judging myself going, those lines need to be cleaner and better. And then it morphs into other things. And also there's this version, which, is kind of basically the same as your comic strip version. And I gotta turn down this phone. You better turn down your phone because the people are, sending you messages for no reason. Anyway, that's that version of Milo. That's mostly basically the same as black and white plain comic strip Milo, which is also becoming very similar to this ghost. Modify, transform, flip, horizontal. If you face it to the right, then that means it's good. Facing to the left is what the villain does when you're squaring off in old film, I don't know, storyboarding books. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can't draw a ghost or an ooh mouth without verbalizing, thinking about it, making the noise. Ooh, little cat nose. But again, it's gonna be a little emote, so let's push that a little more. Ooh. I don't think we want it to be an angry ghost. 'Cause if I died today, I'd be a happy phantom. And I'd go chasing all the nuns out in the yard. They'd have my ticket to the Nope. Interstellar? No. I can't remember my Tori Amos lyrics, but that's okay. 'Cause I'm just having fun. They'll be my ticket to the Universal Opera. And something. Confucius does his crosswords with a pen. Wait, Milo, what do your eyes look like? I've got little circle eyes. I mean, they're still a little bit ovular. So, if you could not completely steal my eyes, that would be great. And come up with some different eyes for this person, please. And thank you. Good. I'm on it. I'm Streamlabs. I am Streamlabs. I mean, I'm Kevin, but I'm not Streamlabs. But I represent Streamlabs, Sarah. Are you talking to me, or are you calling Gillis Logren? Sarah, because that's what you call me. So don't. I am not Streamlabs. But I work there. I've never been there. There barely is a there to be. But yeah, I'm one of the creative people at Streamlabs. Like every couple weeks or so, when there's a little animation of Kevin doing stuff, like last week, I think it was just last week, Kevin had a little friendship adventure. Making friends with Blurpy from Blurp. And ooh, no, I feel like I still want Still want some eyes in there. Let's turn this head a little more this way. No. Yeah, something like this. That was my funnest. Gay Bloopy. That's how I'll say that name, Gay Bloopy. Eyes, baby. Doom 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 ba doom doom. Doom 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 ba doom doom. Doom 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 ba doom doom. All right, stop. Collaborate and look. This ghost is back with a brand new hook. Something grabs a hold of you tightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. Add some eyes, and then we'll go. To the extreme. I'll rock a mic like a vandal. Let's light up some stages. Let's wax some chumps like candles. So fast? Other DJs, oh, they're saying DM. If drawing eyes on cats was fiscally responsible, then I would draw eyes on cats by the gram. I've lost my composure while I tried to cut loose. Magnetized by this mic when I kick my juice. If you have got a problem, yo, I will solve it. As long as the problem is, mostly art-based, and then, I can fix it or draw notes on it, assuming I'm not too busy. Boo. A little more. This is still the rough sketch. All right. Little hands. Give them little thumbs. Little ghost thumbs. Hand. A little darker so I can see what I'm doing. Boo! I'm a cat, and I'm a ghost. And I'd rather have some toast and read the evening news. Oh, snaps. I drew that on a mask layer. Oh, that's fine. Fixed. I haven't exported anything yet. What program are you using? What do you use to draw? My name is Julie Ka. I'm using Adobe Animate. I've been using it for like 20 years or more. Long before it was called Adobe Animate. Oh, yeah. Yeah, YouTube has gotten crazy. It's gotten crazy with the ads. Like, I feel like it's got the absolute worst timing now, where it just, so often it's like, anyway, I'm going to go to, and then, here's a commercial like, YouTube, we're mid-sentence. Now you want me to remember what the first half of this sentence was after 30 seconds or a minute and a half of 35 random ads that are all 5 seconds long? Oi. Don't you realize I'm a cranky old man now? Oh, YouTube. One brush to rule them all. One brush, keeping it tall. go. I still want to keep it somewhat blue. A little hint of blue. Let's go with this. Still kind of gray. Oh, I'll sing something for virtually everybody in here. And I shouldn't. And I'm well aware that I shouldn't. All right, let's clean this up in red instead. And I'll pick the color. We'll pick the actual red. There we go. What if I skewed this over so you can see the menu? So you can at least see the little menu on the side, the little toolbar. Because I'm aware that I can't sing. I know that my voice doesn't have a lyrical ring. I got no tempo to maintain, and I don't understand notes in my brain. There's lots of people out there with music careers, even though the things they make shouldn't hit any ears, and they do it anyway because it makes them happy, and some of them are super millionaires and they are still crappy. A little bouncing mouse. His name is Mappy. Remember the first time I realized, I definitely, as a kid, at some point, I played Mappy for sure. I'm pretty sure. No, I'm gonna say I'm 100% sure. It was on the, what was that cartridge called? The 51-in-1? Where it was like just, the original, those things now where you get... Somebody left one down on my lobby one day, and I brought it up, and I plugged it into the TV, and I'm like, oh, this is terrible. But just those games that you get now, where it's just like, here's just a bunch of very, very poorly ported old Nintendo games. Oh, Othello and Circus Charlie, all of those things. I remember there was one where it was just the animation was so smooth. It was like this, like two guys would walk up to each other, and I'm not talking about the Street Fight one, but they were like, fairly pixelated. I can't remember if they even had any real detail on them, but it was pretty much they would slowly walk up to each other, and you just had to hit the kick button at the right time, or else you're just dead. It was just kind of a one punch and you're dead game, and then you move on to the next character. Oh, so many broken games on it. But Mappy was definitely on that. And I remember just being like, what is happening? Urban Champion is the good version of that. That, I played the full cartridge, like rented that and played it all weekend for sure. Oh my god. Be careful, live storm chasing. Be careful. James Fox chases storms in the rain. James Fox doesn't need to explain. Getting in your truck and wheeling down the town, hoping that the twister doesn't spin you round. Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. Jack Black there is too, and also some other awesome people. Oh, Kung Fu was like the first game I actually owned. I played that to death. Like, absolutely played. Just the ever-loving fun out of Kung Fu. But anyway, I remember like 1,000 years later, I don't remember why or what it was. Maybe it was one of those like just plug and play things. Saving lives and per person with a tortoise. I can't see these emotes. It's not on purpose. A waving Buddha. Waving Buddha. Turquoise. Oh, wait. Person tortoise. This is turquoise. I'm terrible at reading. Just will frag. Back again. Dominator 3. Keep chasing. But yeah, in the animation studio, 1,000 years after that, you know, when we're definitely in like the PS3 era, I want to say, you know, people are running. I was gonna say Adobe Wii. Oh my God, what is wrong with me? Running Nintendo Wii's. Probably it's still pre Wii U era. But I remember somebody coming in, and they were playing a bunch of just those old, you know, games. And this one lady, Kirsten, it was always Kirsten, was just like, "Oh, do you have Mappy?" And I'm like, what is happening? Like, well, I just barely remember that word. It was like, are you really not only, like, you know the name, but you're asking for Mappy? And she was like, oh, yeah. She's like, I love Mappy. Like, I could beat you all in Mappy. And I'm just like, Mappy's not really a competitive game, really. What are you talking about? And then they threw on Mappy. And there was so much excitement for Mappy. And I just felt like, or PS2. Would have been PS2 era. Sorry. All the people know that I'm in busy time. Are taking... Nope. Lost all my things. Burger time. That's like pretty much a Atari era for sure. But definitely a Nintendo port. There's a bunch of those that I definitely played because that's what we had. That's what existed. Those like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong style, like this is the map. Maybe you'll get to another map, and it'll be slightly different. But basically, you just go back and forth and don't get murdered by Pepper. In so many games, just avoiding being murdered by food. Let's go with some slightly bigger eyes. Modify, transform, flip, horizontal. I have to say it in my head or out loud, or else it won't work. Co-op games to play with a friend. A way out. Down here. We need a way out down here. Some rounded eyebrows. Some little... Yeah, let's go with some eyebrows like this. Speaking of cooperative games, I did not expect the rest of those words to be kind of liking Duo Prison Escape. Which, you know, in the context of the game, of course, makes super sense. But just that sentence. You know, I kind of like escaping prison with a friend. You know, maybe that's just me. Some people, they like trying to escape from Alcatraz with all of those Sean Connery information to get past the fire blaster and the water thing. Oh, I'm trying to read your name. and Anthony the Beast. There we go. That took me way too long to figure out. But yeah, speaking of cooperative games and how I don't play them, I'm a terrible recluse. Other than, you know, every once in a while my friend comes over and we play either Mario Party or Family Feud. Because we're 90. Let's get rid of this line. Too much of a tangent line. When lines intersect and they shouldn't. But a few streams ago, somebody was like, hey, how many crowns do you got? How many crowns do you got in the Fortnite? And in my head, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I've definitely won a lot. More than I ever expected. But I lose a lot as well. But I know that, you know, I've got more than one win under my belt. And I was just, like, searching around. I was like, where does it just say? How come it just doesn't just say, like, here's how many times you've won? You know, make me feel like a hero. Where's my hero progression over here? And just digging through. And I'm like, am I going to have to actually Google? I'm going to have to Google this and be like, hey, how do I find out how many crowns I got in this game over here? And then I see the thing was like, you just use the emote where you hold up a pillow with a crown on it, and then a number shows up above it. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I do that emote, and it just says 0, and I'm like, what? What? This is on it. I've definitely won more than 0, Kevin. Definitely more than 0. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. You've won at least, you know, 1 in a row. I've seen at least maybe even 2 in a row at some point in time in the past, but not the future because I can't see the future, Sarah. I can see the future if you want me to let you know anything about the... No! Nobody shall know about the future, or else, you know, the collapse of the time-space continuum. I forget what we were talking about now. You guys are super distracting. But yeah, then I Googled it, or it was like, what is happening? So I kept playing. I was like, all right, I'm going to win. So it shows me that I have a 1. And then I won, and then it still didn't say 1. I'm like, all right, I guess this is just broken. You know, in that way where you start walking around your own home just going, anybody here? Anybody want to explain what's going on? I'll fight anybody. And, you know, you're just angry at yourself because, you know, you're confused and scared. And that's what's wrong with the world. People lash out when they're scared and confused instead of asking more questions and trying to befriend everything around them. Like, you know, everybody in this building thinks that I'm their best friend and they love me. They don't know that I despise them. Shh, don't tell them. Not all of them. Not all of them. There's some that are awesome, but there's some other people that, you know, just spend their day screaming. Just spend their day screaming and yelling and being an awful people. And I help them with their moving furniture in. I pick up their groceries. I try to be a good person. Because a long time ago in a galaxy somewhat far away, I had a neighbor that was awful. He was just an awful old man. Who literally would be like, don't worry if you ever hear like a little pop. That's just me poking the 12 gauge out the kitchen window and obliterating squirrels in the backyard. Like, excuse me. That's also kind of my backyard. So can we not be shooting things? And my dad was like, you know what you do about that guy? You know what you do about that guy? Do you know how to make an apple pie? I mean, no, but I guess I could. But why? What are we talking about? He's like, go down to the bakery, get a real nice apple pie. Go to whatever the good bakery is where you live. Like, get a real good apple pie. Bring him an apple pie. I'm just like, I'm not trying to make friends. He's like, that's the last thing he wants. And I never brought him anything, but I was very nice to him. I was never mean to him. But anytime we had any kind of guests, we were barbecuing. Anytime we went out to the backyard, he hops on his ride-on mower and just starts going back and forth as close as he can to our yard. We're just like, why do you keep doing this? We will gladly invite your wife over to hang out with us, but you're the angriest man in town. Keep your anger on the inside like I do. Anyway, so yeah, I try to be as much as like these people, you know, in some cases just like, you're a horrible racist, but I'm still going to be nice to you. I'm still going to do my best to be a good person, to show you what being a good person's all about, instead of just being a raven lunatic screaming things. Sometimes I still got to scream things. Why was I saying all of that or any of that? Why indeed? It's a nice game, escaping from prison. Oh, yes. So being angry in my apartment that I only have 0 crowns and I clearly just won one. Oh, man. But at least I remembered. Do you remember the time? So I kept playing. I happened to just keep playing, and then I won again. And I did win. That was 2 in a row, and I'm like, all right. I know that I won 2 in a row, you know, talking to my Fortnite screen from inside my own head. Therefore, you better have a 2 when I emote this crown. And then it did have a 2, and I'm like, okay. And then I lost the next one, and then I won the next one like that. After that, I'm like, this is the most I've ever won in one round of playing. I never usually play more than 3 rounds anyway, whether I win or lose, or draw. And that's when I think I started to realize, next time I'm on stream, I should ask you guys who know things, in lieu of Googling things, that, excuse me, ask you guys, it clearly is, like, so the crowns, within that emote, it just counts your wins in a row, and that is it. So, crowns, I'm maxed out at 2. It's very rare that I play more than 3 in a row. Definitely very rare that I win 3 in a row. Just wolf rag. Thinking it over with a But pretty sure, as near as I could tell, that is definitely what it's doing. All right, there we go. That still reads. How long has the stream been going for? 1 hour and 12 minutes. This is pretty good. This is like almost 2 within an hour. That's pretty good compared to the last few weeks. Yes, I picked some easy ones right away. Don't judge me. Listen quieter. I can hear your hammer and stirrup and anvil. Those are the parts of the little ear bones. I can hear them vibrating away from here. Ooh, maybe too much tongue. Ooh, oh yeah, that's better. Boop. And then still, let's go even darker. Ooh. I don't know. I think it needs some tongue. That sounds gross and weird. That's because I'm on the line there. Because you and I, in a little toy shop, buy a bag of balloons with the money we've got. Set them free at the break of dawn. Till one by one, Sarah, they were gone. Back at base, though, in the software, flashes the message, something's out there. Floating in the summer sky. 99 red balloons. Well, they go by, my friend. they go by. Sometimes the points don't bend the way I want them to. Just be round. There we go. And yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. What's the frequency, Kenneth? Is your things a change? Ho, ho. What's the message, Wolfrag? Why don't I know how to do anything anymore? There we go. I'm not crazy. It's a cat that's a friendly ghost. He's cuter than the most. If I knew the words to the Casper song, then I'd rhyme them up and make them fit along with the thing I'm drawing, and we'd have fun. But I'm not good at what I'm doing. Mr. Maniru? Mineru. Maniru. Mineru. Maniru. Oh, and I am multi-streaming this on Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. So if you're in one of those and not the other, and I'm saying things and you're like, what is he talking about? He's clearly reacting to somebody saying a thing. That is why. Through the powers of Streamlabs Ultra, and all of these streaming engines, their powers combined, they form Captain Streamlabs Ultra. Streamlabs Ultra, you're a hero. Gonna make our streaming issue zero. Gonna fight on the planet side. Also a theme song I don't have memorized. And Voxney always coming in, helping out with the links and information that's actually pertinent. Much more pertinent than me talking about my own nonsense. Yeah! Those were supposed to be words. That's right, just Wolfrag. It keeps sounding like a Wolfrag when I say it. But I promise in my head I'm going Wolfrag. And I'm kind of picturing Lobo as well. But yes, working on a cat ghost. For Boo, I'm a ghost. Something, something, fresh toast. That's what we like the most. Oh no, I bent this line. Alright, let's fix this. Or do I want... Hate that feeling when you do something one way and want to change it halfway through. So it can't stay. Alright, it's all colored. Let's still give a little bit of a shadow under here. Let's even go... Let's give it an extra. Let's add one more tone. One more level of darkness. And yeah, hopefully this isn't the same as the last time I drew a cat ghost on here. I mean, I already know that it's not. So I do more or less remember that one. Anyway, Apple G is how you make a group. Apple C is how you copy and paste. Apple Shift V is how you paste in place. And then we grab it and make the lines a little bit thicker in this place. Boop, boop, drop that behind. And then we got a nice thick outline. Don't move it around by accident. Make some more. Nope. Red and back down to a 1. Back down to a 1. Oh no, now there's 2 possible work threads that I'm ignoring. Oh no! Hopefully it's something that says, this is great! And we won't want to keep you too late. We just love this. We're gonna send it away. You don't need to make revisions on a Friday. We just think that you're doing fantastic. And everybody thinks that this is smooth as plastic. We'll keep everything 100. 100. Won't get drastic. Alright, there we go. We got evil mustache, or angry evil mustache. We got cat ghost. Wait. Let's do that. Or do I? You know what? No. No. The line must be drawn here. All right, there we go. Save. Jumper Nick. Oh, is it that part of the stream again? Where the music takes control. The rhythm is going to get you, and, you know, you look like a fool because you're just, you know, going to rock out for a few minutes there. Yeah. I'm refreshing and searching the list to see what to do next. So don't judge me. I can dance while I do this. Mew, 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 mew. Mew, 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 mew. All the butt shaking emotes always get me every single time. They're always surprising, but they're always just like the best animated and drawn emotes ever. Like, that's only a handful of frames, but it's like it's got both the headbanging moon bear and the booty shaking. It's too fantastic. Can't be mistaken. Scrolling through the list to see what we can see. All right, and of course, in the interest of trying my best to not draw for the same people all the time, always trying to do somebody new, I'm gonna copy and paste the name Lord Usagi Ujimbo. A samurai? No, is he a samurai? I mean, it's just Lord Usagi. Also known as, I assume, it was somebody with the name Potato that was looking for a Derpy Potato. Yeah, Derpy Potato. That's what your name was, because it says you're looking for a Derpy Potato. I'm going to click on it. I bet that you have only been... No. Oh, 2020. I was like, did you just join Twitter today just for this? And then I copy the link. And then I paste the link. And then I Zelda the link. And then I make a big stink. And then I find the mouse. Then we F7, if you're wondering the shortcut keys. Go back down to this rough layer. Drink some Energon. Drink some water. because I just went to the dentist yesterday, and it's my favorite place. All my favorite people in the world work at the dentist. They're just the best. And then I feel guilty about eating candy and all the junk food. And this is how high my voice gets. Are you on Twitch or TikTok live too? No. I mean, I do have a Twitch account. I have been live. I haven't done it for a long time. I put most of my energy into this stream because my other stream was basically the same as this, except for drawing pictures of me and my cat. But I'm on Instagram and YouTube, and there is a TikTok. Again, I try not to open TikTok. And then I just end up scrolling. For days. But I'm also like, but I don't care. I want to make something. I gotta make something instead of looking at stuff. Derpy potato. Excuse me. But yeah, mostly when I post things, it's Mr. Cartoons on Instagram or YouTube Shorts or YouTube Longs. Derpy potato. How does it? That's too dark. It's a nice light blue pencil. Our Words Gamer channel. Can you draw anime? Can you handle? I honestly, deep down, I think, no, I don't really know. I'm not really good at drawing anime. But I do it all the time for art requests. It definitely takes me a little longer in some cases. I was going to say, rather than just drawing in my own style, but again, I don't know what my own style is anymore. It's mostly how I draw during this stream. But sometimes I'll look at my sketchbook and I'll be like, did I draw this? Do I have the ability to draw this? Why don't I just draw like this all the time? What is my style? What are the rules? Who am I? Why does my voice sound like that? Why does my voice sound like this when I'm questioning things? All right, rough sketch. Potato, 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 Elgato. What you gonna do when you got to? You know what? You know what, to the watcher? I'm gonna Google Derpy face. Let's try one of those. Something like that. Oh, it is. I glanced at the threads I'm linked in. There are the needs for changes. All right. Let's go big eyes. These do. There's a paint bucket that will fill it in fast, but sometimes I still Scribble it in as if it's the past. Yeah, let's go with that way instead. Alright, that's all the information that will give me, so let's... add some of my own nonsense. Maybe. Just maybe. You know what I'm drawing, Derpy Potato. I'm drawing a Derpy Potato. Now, if somebody else has asked for a Derpy Potato, if you're not Usagi Yojimbo, which that is not your name, Lord Usagi, I already forget what it was called. I'm pretty sure it's you. I'm pretty sure it's you. Deyavanti is that flurb. I don't know who that is. But that does sound flurb. Am I just thinking of Furbies? I think I'm thinking of Furbies. Flurb. It's a potato with potato eyes making French potato fries. Let's go to actually. Let's fade this out a bit this time. Well, let's clean it up. Let's clean it up. I've been sick of this song since it began, and I wanted to stop. But yeah, every week, every Friday, I try my best to be here for the afternoon. And as everyone suggests their ideas for a custom, an emote, a custom emote that they would like to get, I try to draw as many as I can. And then next week, at some point in time, when Eric, who runs the social media accounts, dare I do it with a brush? Nah, let's just keep it the line tool. Let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy. And just one. Don't want any fill. There we go. Let's do it with some shapes. Let's do it with some shapes and some bent lines. Really modern idea. Actually, it's a really old idea. You can fix it with a bent nail and a rubber band. And if the Canadian person, whose name I forget, but they had Canadian in there, if they're in the chat, they're the only person that will get what I just said. Unless you're one of these Americans or people from not Canada who, for some reason, obsess over Canadian heritage moments. Oh yeah, it's late for you. Just Wolfrag. Last time you were here even later. You gotta get to bed. You gotta get to bed. Get rid of this line now. Get rid of this line. Swoop. little corner here. Smooth that out. Everybody have a good night. Everybody have a good day. Everybody have a good time on the stream and whatever they do and say. What? Don't stay up too late. Don't sleep in too long. This is not a guideline. It's just a random song. And then it ended because it was getting too long. There we go. Hey, what if I just hop up there and I'll start doing the drawing and then you sit over here by the door and then you could just dance all day? What if you just dance all day and dance all night? How about that? And then I'll take care of things. You barely have thumbs. No. I've got it covered. Sometimes you just gotta enjoy the music, alright? It's good life advice, I think. Don't look at me like that, Kevin. Where are you? Don't look at me. Don't look away either when I'm berating you. But, you know, you see people, did you see everybody, I'm sure, saw that viral video of somebody out, like, very quietly, gently playing a harp out in the street, you know, seemingly away from everyone, where it's like, this is even barely even foot traffic, like, as if you're trying to, you know, get busking money. And, how do I want to do this? I think I want to go this way. I don't know if this is going to read the way I want it to, but we'll see. But anyway, and some lady's just like, what are you doing? Nobody's paying you to do this. Why don't you stop playing this beautiful, quiet music? It's like, you know, there have definitely been times where I'm just like, oh, this is too loud. Or, I've got my own headphones on. I don't need you out here on the street playing music. But instead of being a cranky old man, which I am, and I'm aware of it, I mean, you know, just to chime in, I concur. You're a cranky old man, sir. Don't agree with me when I say bad things. This is gonna look a little weird, but I don't know. We're messing with it. Gonna be back real soon. Got to grab some food. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All I wanted to do was have my supper now. But take me away while you stream. But don't you worry, I'll be back. Don't be mean. I'm so easily derailed. And it's not like anybody was like, hey, read the next post and then relate it to a Back to the Future song. Huey Lewis and News It Up. Could you? Or continue with the thought that you were having and don't be a weirdo. Maybe I just don't like this. Let's just... to be somewhat wonky. I don't want it to be a perfect circle. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. But yeah, instead of being like, people are making, noise, a lot of times that noise is just music, and it's just like, whether it's my cup of tea or not, which no cup of tea is my cup of tea, because I don't drink tea, as is earlierly discussed. Earlierly. That's a word for describing things that happened earlier. Oh, what's wrong with me? But yeah, sometimes just like stopping to smell the roses, that's, hard to do. More often than not. Instead of random roses being around, which are more irritating, I think, than somebody busking some music, you're just gonna walk by anyway, just enjoy it as the music passes. The amount of times in my life, in my week, and every day, almost every day if I go for a walk, if I go anywhere, there's always a car filled with what I'm going to call children. They could be anywhere from 15 to 30 because we're all just horrible children. And once you get to be a certain age, everyone just seems like children to you. And I'm at that level now. I'm just like, I'm sorry. You seem very adult and everything, but I'm old and my references are old. But anyway, yeah. Quite often, just walking down the street, a car will drive by, and some scrub, if you will hang out the passenger side of their best friend's ride, and they won't try. They will successfully holler at me. And I don't want no scrubs. A scrub is just a guy that thinks he's fly, also known as a buster. He just sits on his broke ass. But there's way too many of them in this town that just can't help but just scream things. Sometimes everything just kind of adds too many points to the line that I don't want there. In a lifeboat designed for 10, anything that's systematic will get you fated. Let's get rid of this line. Let's do this instead. Nope, don't like that either. Grrr. No. Let's leave that line. No, let's not. Let's go from the other side. Yeah, let's go with this. I also kind of just want to get this one done real fast as well, not for the reason of just getting things done quickly, but because that face, drawing derpy things makes me uncomfortable. Because I know what derpy really means. I don't approve of the word that it replaced, that people use way too often still. But it's a potato. But it's a potato, so I feel a little more okay with it. Why are you being like this? There we go. Grr. No, let's leave it this way. I don't really like. Cause I come from a land down under. Oh. You better go, you better seek cover. I said, do you speak of my language? Oh. She just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. Oh my god. Choking on my own words over here. Hi, poo ball. Is it poo ball? Pew ball. Poo ball. Poo ball? That sounds mean. That sounds mean. Hopefully I'm not saying that wrong, and I'm just calling you poo ball. Let's just drag all those points away. Let's line these up. There we go. What's this? What's that? What are you drawing here? What's this? What's that? What's going on in fear? This is a Derpy potato for Derpy Potato. I was going to say for the post that's right above yours, but Derpy Potato is on Twitch and you're on YouTube. Hola, no habla español. Lo siento? Lo siento? Does that mean I'm sorry? I think it does. I think it does. I'm gonna assume that. Catalicious. Catalicious. Yes, and it's confirmed. That does mean I'm sorry. I don't know much. I don't know much. But I know how to say I'm sorry. And it's a potato. C. I only know it in French. Soy une pomme de terre. Let's go a little more. There we go. All right, still somewhat making this up as I go along. And then we'll go dark. Yeah, dark outline. Keep it fairly pale, fresh out of the ground potato. Catalicious. English is my second language, Spanish is my first. Soy habla español, while Mr. Cartoon says it the worst. I don't claim that I try. It's been a long time ago. I won't lie. There we go, that color's a bit better. Now I'm just rhyming things. Nope, now it's looking... Start with this brown. Fade it up a little bit. A little bit more. Yeah, maybe. Guri. Jury? No. Gurig. That 9G, that must mean something. What could that 9 be? Another G? It's just Guri GG. Anyway, smashing that love button. Ooh, what if, Guri G? And that's how I'm saying your name. What if you went around? What if you just, like, you went around town, you went around in life, and when something good was happening in the real world, you pulled out a love button, a button with the word love on it, and you just start smashing it. It's just like, you know, the wait staff comes to the table, like, how is everything today with your meal? And you pull out a button and put it on the table, and you just start smashing it until it goes to pieces, honestly. I mean, if you're going to film it, then smash it to pieces, but even just a gentle, like, meh. But then, you know, even better if you refuse to use words, but then also make them nervous, where it's just like, did you like it? And then you, later on, like, take the love button away and act like you're going to bring out a hate button, but then just bring the love button back out and then, you know, hit it again. And that's how my brain works. There we go. Let's add one more little shine. The glass up those eyes. Smooth out those circles. Tu es un streamer français. There's no French word for streamer, right? I mean, there almost definitely is. Je m'appelle tout le champ. C'est tout? That's all. De rien? I don't know what that means. I'm from Canada. I had to take French up until like grade 9. I don't remember any of it, other than the words that I just said. End track! Come on, ride the end track. Get on track. Come on, ride the end track. Get on it. We're going down to the fun town on the end track. We're going round. We're going to have fun and we're going to be proud. And everybody's going to be floating on a happy cloud. What? Hey! Eating a handful of berries because that's what I'm eating today. How can it be wrong when you're singing the end track song? We got chickens keeping track of the schedules down at the train station to Fun Time Town. almost choked on some blueberries over there. Catalicious. For others who can't see everything, in the chat, in the Twitch chat, Catalicious says, "So if you're Canadian, who do you like more, Justin Bieber or Shawn Mendes?" Oh. Oh, wow. One, I'm just learning right now that Shawn Mendes is from Canada. I vaguely remember a time when Shawn Mendes was, like, everywhere, like, on the radio. I couldn't in a million years think of what a Shawn Mendes songs. So I'm pretty sure in my head, it's this Shawn Mendes is the same person as, oh, I can't think of his name now, but like every one of his songs has his own name in it somewhere. I believe there's like a video somewhere where like, hey, we're gonna go through all of so and so songs to see how long we have to listen before he says his name. And definitely a bunch of people probably know who I'm talking about. Jason Derulo. Jason Derulo is who I'm thinking of. Jason Derulo. It's like whenever my friend was listening, and I'm just like, what is this? Like, who would you like who this is? And I was like, who even is this? And then 5 seconds later, I'm like, oh, of course, it's Jason Derulo. It's Jason Derulo, and this is yet another Jason Derulo song. But yeah, I don't know. I don't. I definitely don't listen to either. I think if I had to pick one, I think I'd probably go with Bieber, I guess. I guess if I had to. What Canadian people or artists do I even like? I think I'm more of the Bare Naked Ladies. Would be more of where I would go. As far as Canadian things go. There's quite often a Tragically Hip song floating around in my head. I think Justin Bieber prefers Justin Bieber prefers Jesus as well. As compared to what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He likes that Jeezo. Nope. Select. There we go. Just feel like I heard my own phone go off, but like from outside, which, you know, probably means just one of the neighbors went by, and most people just kind of use the same, you know, ringtone, text tone nowadays. We've gotten fairly over that obsessive need we all definitely had. Oh yeah, isn't that a thing that Twitch is adding? Somebody's adding? Isn't there some place that does? Oh, now I need to think. I ended up having this discussion with somebody a long time ago that I didn't know yet. And we were like talking about this number, and they said blah blah blah, like, oh well, this number, and I'm just like, yeah, I guess, yeah, that number is pretty good. Was it 32? Was it 42? 32? 28. 42, yes. And it was like a long time passed before they were like, no, like, you know, the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And I'm like, oh, yeah. No, like, I'm one of those people that just watch the movie. That's it. It's like, I'm not a big reader. Pretty much read most of the Michael Crichtons, and then around the last book, I was like, hey, wait, what is this book about? Is Michael Crichton a bad person? I can't quite tell. I feel like he's coming at this story from the wrong side of history. Am I reading this right? Or is it just the characters? I think it's just the characters, and then we'll get to the good people. But also, yeah. Instead of talking about Jurassic Park and the Andromeda strain, it's a happy, happy birthday. It's birthday time now. It's a happy effing birthday for Entrek. Kapow. I don't know any of those fake birthday, restaurant birthday songs. It's your happy birthday, hope you have a good time. Here's some free breadsticks. On your friend's dime. Alright, I'm going to put this shadow down here a little bit more. I'm going to come over this way. Absolutely overthinking this potato. Drove downtown in the rain just to have a birthday. I got nothing. Yeah, it was looking very beanish. Still trying to put some little potato eyes. Without getting too, you know. Too spotty. Let's do this. Let's go a little bit bigger with the spots, though. And still, let's do brighter, and still some little highlights. Divot shines. Who lives in a garden under the ground? Derpy potato pants. Covered in dirt and rolling around. Derpy potato pants. Flop in the fryer and cook like a chip. Derpy potato pants. Let's go. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Oops. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. I think. Oh, shift. Shift and select to select something more. Yeah. Let's get rid of these inner lines. Oh, where are you? You shouldn't be there. Grrr. There we go. Add more of the big eyes. Oh, that kind of makes sense if he was just covered in eyes. I'm definitely not adding a bunch of those potato eye tentacles. They're awful. Let's add a few little dents. Don't want to be too perfect and round. Yeah, don't. Group, copy and paste. Paste it in place so it's in exactly the same area to trace. Add a thick outline and drop it in behind. That's a Christmas song. That was a Christmas song. And then we just... Nope. A little bit of a highlight. Let's try. Nope, I said thin. There we go. There. That's it for that one. We got Angry Mustache. We got Ghost Cat. Meow. And Derpy Potato. Meow. And what time is it? Ooh, 10 after 4. 10 after 4. Definitely time for one more. I'm going to scroll and see what I can see of things that I can draw in less than an hour. Because I should probably do laundry. But I have to go to the laundromat. Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. Because I forgot of the other stuff that I have to do. Always looking for chickens. Always in a hard hat. Meow, 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 meow. All right. I think this is the one I was going to start with, and then for some reason I'm like, nah, not yet. Save it for last. Copy link. Paste it to Zelda. I already said that before, and that's okay with me. All right. New frame. Who is this? Blue line for sketching. Meow, meow, meow. All right, so hero of the pups. A bear wearing sunglasses, enjoying the sun. You're thinking too much. Stop with the thinking. It's boring. Nothing's happening. We're just listening to the music go by. Just draw a bear. Just draw a bear. For the love of fun, draw a bear, Sarah. Yeah, and also don't just draw me with, like, bear features. Draw, like, you know, a bear instead of, you know, me. Because everything you draw just looks like me. But that's fine. I kind of don't mind. But I will sue you. I will sue you into the ground. Just thinking for 5 seconds, guys. Calm down. Oh. And that's why I don't jump on yours first. They're just going into a little emote repository that you sift through late at night. Oh, that's my chicken with a little hard hat. Up, over, and gone. Gotta think fast and get those chili dogs. Oh, almost. Somewhere in there. The old Sonic the Hedgehog theme song kind of just a whisper in the distance. I could hear it, but not enough to remember. I think it was it? Oh, it's so faint. But also this music is in my head that I can actually hear. But I think it was just like Sonic, 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 Sonic the Hedgehog, so fast. Gotta go fast, gotta go fast. Because there was also two. There was the horrible one, and then there was the amazing one that was like, you know, kind of dark, and, you know, towards the end when Sonic is like, I guess gotta murder all these robots. Like, what is happening? And then it's like, it felt like it was canceled halfway through the episode. And I was like, oh, go watch this one instead. The animation's all over the place. Sometimes it's fun, and sometimes it's terrible. Super Ted. I would always see pictures of Super Ted. I just started drawing a cat ear. I never ever saw it. I think wasn't it mostly one of those like storybook shows as well, where it's kind of like, let's just fade between drawings with no animation whatsoever. Like, this is not a superhero show. Come on. Soup it up. But I think I just, you know, knew a few other kids that were just like, Super Ted! I think I was also like maybe too old for it. Captain Shatino. Or Captain's Chettino. Captain Shatino. Not really, but yes. Streamlabs is a lot of people. It's like almost 100 people, I think. Somewhere around there. But I'm Curtis. On Fridays, I usually do a stream here. Next week, on Tuesday, I believe it is, Eric is going to be doing an office hours stream. He runs the social media for Streamlabs, but he'll be sitting down with some streamers. I can't remember I think it's already been hyped up. I think there's been some hype. It's I forget. I want to say I don't want to get it wrong. But yeah, he's going to be sitting down with two streamers on Tuesday talking about, you know, streamer mental health, how to keep yourself sane and keep yourself on track and enjoy streaming and not make yourself crazy. Mason. Thank you. But yeah, I work at Streamlabs, doing stuff like this, doing Kevin animations and marketing type things here and there, some custom stuff. You know, this is of course the funnest part. But yeah, you can't just get a job. You know, you can't just start streaming as your job and do only that. I mean, I can't. I can't. I don't get stream hype. I'm just, I'm a commercial artist. I'm not an actual creator. I mean, if you check out my Instagram and my YouTube, you'll see that I do a lot of stuff. And I really am. But, when you spend 90% of your day, your week, doing custom stuff for other people, where do you find the energy to keep being, more you? Oh, for sure, Catalicious. That's a lot of sense. And odds are that Eric or somebody within the Streamlabs continuum would probably retweet it and share it. Because, like you said, there's not many. When did I start streaming? Like today or in general? I'll say I've streamed off and on for years. Like the first time I actually did a Twitch stream was... How long did I work here? It's almost 6 years now. 7, 8. It was 8 years ago or so. I would do art streams once a week. And for a little while, instead of, I would not do live stuff. I would record these little shows. Usually just me talking to an imaginary character about the stuff of the week, and then I would just re-edit it so, cut together nice. It wasn't too long. And then I could also add a bunch of animated characters in there. Because that's my thing. That's my thing that was, as a small child, just dreamed so bad of, Roger Rabbiting my own life. Who would do that, and how is that possible? You can't just add some cartoons to your day and talk to them like some sort of, that guy that talked to the cartoons. You know who I'm talking about? The guy. He was Mario, the original Mario, but not the original, but movie-wise. Sarah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I do. Bob Hoskins is what you're trying to think of. Hey, I love Bob Hoskins. He was the best. He was the best. It's a shame that the Mario movie was so bad, but the stories about it, oh man, so good. So good. Oh, Bob Hoskins. I think I'll take a minute and just think nice things about Bob Hoskins. I mean, yeah, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. That's fine. But anyway, yeah, so, that's what I do. Lately, when I try to do creative things. Hello, Deborah, catch it by faith. Yeah, when I do things, it's usually little stop motion projects, moving action figures or actual stop motion figures. And I post those if and when I finish them. But it's also stop motion. So, it takes forever, and sometimes you just don't finish them. But, I did a few streams where I did stop motion on stream, which, honestly, they got literally 3 views, 1 view after the fact. But during the stream, there's at least a few times where I'm like, wait, there's somebody actually watching this? Because, partway through the stream I was like, I'm never doing this again. This is insane. I have to, when I do stop motion, I have to stay fairly focused on it and remember kind of what I'm doing, what motion I'm doing, to keep it looking smooth and nice and have good timing. But when I get to a point where I'm like, oh, I've just been like cramped over in this position for the longest time, slightly moving this Skeletor figure for God knows how long, like I'm bored with it and I need to get up and walk around and move. And then just asking the people that are watching, I'm like, nobody's actually watching this, right? It was like, and even it was like, if anybody's watching the vlog later, please, like, I'm begging you to put a add a little comment. To tell me that somebody's actually watching this, because this seems wicked unwatchable to me. It's, you know, it's stop motion. Like, this is, when I do watch somebody do stop motion, it's always like a time-lapse video where it's super, super sped up and you get to like see everything that's kind of happening. As opposed to slowly watching somebody painstakingly do one frame at a time. But that's what people like. That's what I say every week. Aisa? Those are all the different ways I can think to say that. But it's like I always say, everything's a show. Everything's some sort of content to somebody, either to you because you like doing it, or to other people that are just like, no, I'll sit here for 9 hours and watch or just listen to somebody paint miniatures or whatnot. You know, imagine like the feeling it must have to get, you know, 1 million views because you roll a jar of marbles downstairs every day, or, you know, a jar of something and then it breaks. And it's just like, that's content. That's content. When I was a child, that was, you're going to get grounded and you're not going to be allowed to play with your friends anymore. And you lose your, you know, your TV's coming out of your room. No more Nintendo for you. But now it's the future. Now it's the future. And in the present future, everything's a show. Is it a super successful show? That's not for me to decide. What is the definition of a successful show? Also not for me to decide. In some ways, the success is I get to do it and nobody stops me. Whether I get paid or not, or have any sort of accolades, fans and whatnot, merchandise, or successful in that, where it's like, hey, people hang out, they talk with me, they enjoy it, and that's all I really wanted. Or, yeah, I got all the money. I can afford to do whatever I want. I can buy a warehouse. I can fill it with food. I can ask people that if they can stay in there for 100 days, I'll give them $50 million or whatever it is. You know, there's 1,000 different levels of success. Kevin, what are you even looking at over there? What are you even looking at over there? That mess in the stop motion area that you've yet to clean up, even though you did reorganize the He-Man shelf, and you're also an old man with a He-Man shelf. You know, that's, just looking at your mess. No big deal. Maybe this weekend I'll fix it up, and maybe I'll finish. Oh, that's exactly what I was referencing. Catalicious. It's just the last post I saw on the internet of Mr. Beast's next big thing is, you know, hey, stay in here for however long. But like I said, like your definition of success, it's a sliding scale for basically like, if you can figure out what makes you happy, then you're successful. You don't have to have a big crazy game show. You can have a game show and enjoy it. And it's up to you to decide if just like, If a million people are watching me every day, then it's a waste of time. Or, hey, I don't know, like when I was doing my stream, I would max out at literally like maybe 6 people. But those days when there was 6 to 7 people in my stream, just like, oh my god, I'm doing it! Rah! And, you know, realistically, like, usually 4 of those people were, you know, my actual physical real-life friends that I just don't get to see because, you know, I don't live down the road from them anymore. And in one case, one of those people is a friend that lives just down the road. Oh. But anyway, yeah, for the longest time it was like, this is great. It was like, this is successful to me. Once a week I sit here, I work on a comic strip as something that I want to do as well. And while I'm doing it, talking to a handful of my friends, telling them the weird stories of the week. The weird people in my neighborhood. In my neighborhood. And when I say neighborhood, I mean in my building. Just down the hallway from me, always. People are strange. When they're a stranger, and even if you know them, people are strange. And or, another version of successful streaming for me. For me. Everybody has to make up their own rules of successfulness. Yeah, let's give him a little. A little hair floop. I'm going to give him a little hair floop. Nobody said I could, but nobody said that I can't. There's no rules. There's no rules against letting a dog tell me whether or not I can add a little hair floop or whether or not they can play in the big basketball game. Oh yeah. One of my, I don't know, tiers of success, if you will, is right now on this Friday, when I do this stream. Technically, I am at my job, and part of my job is to just do a stream. Go have fun, be entertaining, draw some pictures. Mostly, it's just draw pictures. Nobody says, hey, be entertaining and make up weird little rhymes and tell stories. But I do. And nobody's told me not to yet. So, again, success! You have to listen to what I say while I'm drawing pictures on the stream Friday. You don't have to. You can leave if you want, but everyone who's here makes me feel like I've got a good thing going right now. I'm going to draw some more, and that is how I pay my bills and keep myself happy even on the days when I don't feel, when I feel crappy. I was adding too many words, too many syllables, too late. Kevin, stop looking away. But we got Derpy Tabor. We've got Derpy Chater doing a dance, having fun, and dropping romance. Everybody, pull up your pants, keep them on, don't make a mess. We're just here to avoid stress. All right, I'm going to read this out loud. N-Track says, man. This is going to be my N-Track impression. I don't know what you sound like. Hey, man. I'm glad I took backups off a project I was working on now. Working on a submersible ROV and was following a rather, thorough guide from a page. Then the creator disappeared. All his websites shut down due to lack of payment and everything went poof. Robot face, beep boop. What? I've definitely forgot what you do. Working on a submersible ROV. Are you building submarines? Or a remote ocean vehicle? Like little things? Are we talking little things? Or are we talking people are getting in these? I'm pretty sure we discussed what you did before, and I've definitely forgotten. Ah, that makes sense. And I mean, just for fun? But underwater drone is definitely the way to be looking underwater. Underwater is so scary. Oh, see? That's what I'm talking about. That's success. That is success to me. Like my other level of success when people are just like, what do you do? What makes you happy? How come you're at home all the time and you don't come hang out with us? That's how everybody I know talks. is because I can, and why the heck not? Right? Like, I've made a bunch of dumb videos about Skeletor, interviewing other characters, other just 80s toys and whatnot, in a little Skeletor living room that I built. And it's just like, why though? I don't have any YouTube revenue. Don't judge me, Kevin. I don't have any YouTube revenue. I don't have enough followers or whatever it takes, views to be making money. YouTube just makes money from my existence at this point, because I'm just like, I just want to make it and share it. And I just want people to look at the things that I make. And occasionally there's like, here's 1,000 views. Like, why are you kidding me? That's the dumbest thing I made. Then I put a bunch of effort into something, and it's just like, here's 2 views. Like, this was my Mr. Holland's opus. Come on now. But views and the monetization aside, again, because I have a job that, you know, for the first time in my entire life, when it is just like, my bills are covered, I'm not worried about things where it's just like, you know, I want to buy some action figures to animate. I want to get a good camera and a good stop motion software that I've literally dreamed of since I was a small child. And in those days, it was just like, oh, stop motion stuff, all the things you need, that's going to be like at minimum $15,000, you know, because I might have been born before 1980. I mean, just a few minutes before 1980, but, oh, so old. But anyway, the fact that sometimes it is just like, my phone is a stop motion machine, my computer is a stop motion machine, all this stuff was like well under $15,000. Well, like, other than my computer itself, but all the gear to do stop motion is just like $100 here and there at this point. Some of the stuff is too expensive, but the success is, hey, now I get to do some stop motion, but I don't have to do it as a job, because that would destroy me. Stop motion I can only think of as a fun thing to do, because it's difficult and it takes a lot of time, and I don't want to spend my whole life photoshopping out all the rigs and whatnot, and I'm still just like, I don't want to spend $300 on a stop motion rig that holds your characters up, but all the cheaper things that I get, they just don't hold it up. Hey, you're doing that thing again where you just start railing on, you know, stop motion animation. Very few people care. Very few people care. Say, yeah, just for fun, I don't care. Hey, all right, back to your regularly scheduled thing that nobody cares about. But that's the point. No matter how much other people do or don't care, I still get to do it. Nobody stops me. Nobody stops me. You know, not that I'm trying to do like crazy things that people are like, hey, we got to stop this guy. And, you big noob. Yeah, no. Some words are just like, I don't know how to do in a voice. I was just like, how do you get to Skeletor? I definitely need something to drink first. So barely stopped talking for the past several hours. I think I just out-talked all of the music in the music library. Now, there it is. Now talk in the Skeletor voice, man. I just like doing the part. Camping trip. Yeah, big noob. There we go. Yeah. There's certain noises that I just have to go, yeah. Did Skeletor sound like that? I don't remember. This has just become my version of Skeletor. I gotta make some new Skeletors. It's been too long since I made some Skeletor stuff. Keep planning it, but I have other things that I want to finish, but I don't, 'cause I'm lazy. That drifted away from the song real hard. All right, there's still a few minutes left. Let me put some music back on. Going to the Streamlabs Music Library. It's got all your favorite tunes that were made just for me. Well, they're made for everyone, and they don't have a DCMA. You can play them during your stream all night and stream your day. Now I'm scrolling up, and now I'm scrolling down, checking through the curation of Kevin's wonderful sounds. I'm gonna hit synthwave. Let's see what the synthwave sounds like. Also, if you do use Streamlabs, and I mention this all the time, synthwave is too quiet. Let's go with a different one. All of the album artwork, all the Kevin album artwork in the Streamlabs music library, that's what I said. That's what I do all day. That's what I did all day for a week. And there should be more coming soon because I spent another day or two doing a bunch more. But they're genuinely my favoriteest things in the world as far as marketing type Kevin things. I always listen to lo-fi. Let's go with pools, hot tubs, and beaches. Am I crazy? Did I just accidentally mute all of the music? Is that what's going on here? It should be playing. I can see it. Oh, there we go. That's what happened. My wireless headphones decided to connect. So it was going to them instead. Mystery solved. Yeah, good mystery. Good mystery. No, just kidding. That was a dub mystery. Get back to finishing the picture. Cartoons are so mean. Cartoons are so mean. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I was just trying to say something in a Skeletor voice. Anyway, have fun with the camping. Have fun with the camping. Whether it's in a tent or in a cabin nice and cozy, a camper truck or in the fields getting rosy on your cheeks when it gets cool at night, in a sleeping bag under the stars, feeling just right. Don't stop thinking about going camping. Don't stop. It will soon be here. 'Cause it's Friday and 5 is getting near. 5 is getting near. I can end the day feeling good 'cause I did 4 emotes like I should. That was just enough of that. That was just enough of that. Just somewhere part of my brain was like, that'll do, pig. That will do. And just like, wait, am I the pig? Am I the pig in this instance? And my brain was like, don't make me say it. Can I be the one to say it, Sarah? I'd love to call you a pig. Remember that day we just kept calling you a paint pig because, you know, it's you versus the entire world of AI-generated art, Sarah. Yes, I do. I do. There's a thing that I remember. Brown bear? Brown bear. Yeah, brown bear. Blue bear? Blue bear. Oh, yeah. I turned up the music a little bit when I couldn't hear it. Let's go back down slightly so it's not all up in your face. I'm gonna make some noise like the big boys kicking your can all over the place. Imagine if I could remember the words and not just say things that are absurd. Yeah, it's getting late in the day. Slowly losing the ability to constantly say words without tripping over the noises that are coming out of my face. And just like last week, I think the numbers are somewhat different. Or I don't know how to calculate these things. But I have to assume that this many people watching icon that's up in the corner there, it's, you know, over the multi-stream. But it says 1,400 people. 1,400 people? That's bananas. That's bananas. If there's 1,400 people in here, everybody one by one count off in the chat. The 1, 2, 3. I find this hard to believe. Hard to believe indeed. Let's go with a little darker line. Yeah. Yeah, let's go with this. Aston Scott 1102. Hi. Aston Scott. Do I remember the time? Do I? I don't think I do. Not to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude. It's like your name is kind of easy to say. So the less of a the less difficult it was for me to grasp names, the less it locks in because I haven't said it 1,000 times. But I will say there's definitely still a vague memory of the Aston part. But it's hard. It's hard to remember things. It's so hard. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, those emojis are breaking my heart. They're breaking my heart. But now, next time, like, those 3 emotes have definitely locked it in. Like, definitely locked it in now. sometimes you really just got to break somebody's heart in order to really, really make them resonate in your own head. Oh, I'm a monster. Meanwhile, now I feel crazy because like Panda Express TV. Panda Express TV is like since like one of the first streams, you know, like I don't know, 2 years ago now, 3 years ago. I have no idea when the first stream was. I know that we did it and then didn't do it for a while and then did it again. And Spice Girl 420 has been rampant in the chat the past few streams. But I also could just be lying. I could just be lying and just be like, oh, it's you guys again. This is great. It's what we kind of should do. If somebody comes in and is like, do you remember me? I should just be like, psh, confetti everywhere. Like, of course I do. Of course I do. I don't forget anyone. But I forget so many people. In my defense, you know, my family had a family reunion, like huge, like big, you know, had filled this big field with tents and all kinds of nonsense. And I showed up and I'm wandering around and honestly, like, I don't recognize any of these people. And then half of them coming up like, hey! And I'm like, oh, hey! And they're like, hey, like, remember we used to play? Remember when we used to play down at the you know, that place behind so-and-so's house? And half the time, I'm just like, no, I don't remember. Like, were you there? Like, I remember these specific cousins or whatever, because, like, I hung out with them all the time, but then there would be, you know, those relatives who are like, are you even related to me? And I only know that now because of this family reunion 30-some years later. But then also, you know, still in my own defense. Let's grab this line. Not you. But then there's always some cousins that are like, hey, remember when we used to do this thing? And it's just like, you were never there. Or the other side, I was never there. Like, no, we used to always go down, you know, to Nanny so-and-so's house, and we go play behind the blah, 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 and then we do this. And it was just like, no, I didn't. One, I never went to Nanny so-and-so's house. That's everybody else in the family did, but I did not for whatever reason. B, I'm not going. That's breaking rules. I'm not going to go, you know, doing that thing. So that's just not a thing that happened. You're confusing me with all of my other relatives. But there's, you know, once you get into that extended area as well, then it gets even more crazy because it is just like, oh, that guy was my uncle? Huh. And these are all your kids? Because so often it would be like, you know, like my dad would go visiting and go drinking at like relatives and stuff like that. And I didn't go because what am I going to do? I'm just going to be left sitting there. Because I would keep, you know, going because it's like you'd hear all my other cousins like, hey, I went down to so-and-so's and like, hey, we did this. And then we, you know, all of the kids got together and we were playing Nintendo. We were playing horseshoes and we went and had a big epic hide-and-seek game or whatever. But every time I went, it was just like, where are all the kids? I was hoping to hang out with some of my relative kids that are my age. Oh, no, they're not here. Like, but where are they then? I don't know. Because it was also that era in time where it's just like, I don't know, they hopped on their bikes and now they could be hours away from here. Like, okay. So yeah, there's a whole chunk of relatives and like, I don't know who you guys are. Other than you were the bad kids, so I avoided hanging out with you so I wouldn't get in trouble. Bry, The gamer guy. Got a name that rhymes real nice. So good we'll probably say it twice. It's Bry, the gamer guy. Music kind of faded out there. Bry loves using the bot in streams. That bot realizes all his dreams. I don't make any of the robot stuff. But all the people that do are geniuses and amazing. Yeah, people love that chatbot. I know that Wildlife, I don't know why I got so loud there, Wildlife Cam, that has like a 24/7 camera of their backyard, and raccoons and squirrels and deer and whatnot show up. They can't get enough of their little chat robot. I don't like that line. No, let's leave it like that. Let's do the shadow up at the back. Makes the most sense. It makes the most sense. Beep boop bop 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 ba da. Ba da ba da ba da ba ba da da. Oh my god, there's only a few minutes left. There's only 7 minutes left to the day. Alright, this is almost done anyway. This is almost done. This is fine. Plenty of time. 7 minutes is plenty of time. My back is killing me, though. Alright, let's see if I can sit more properly. Urgh. I think the guy in this song just said, "Watch me turn into a werewolf and let the devil try and stop me." I think that's what I just heard. Yeah, and that rocks. It rocks so hard. What? How dare are you questioning? Are you questioning a song where somebody turns into a werewolf? I know that one of your songs, I think by the Dolly Rats, I think it is, or somebody, I can't remember who, but either way, they definitely have a werewolf and or vampire/zombie song that you enjoy there. I'm not mocking your music that you've curated for me, Kevin. Just, you know, I can just barely hear it. I just faintly heard somebody say, "Watch me turn into a werewolf." Watch me dip. Watch me nay-nay. Watch me turn into a werewolf. That's what I say. Come on now, just fill. Oh yeah, that's why. Boop. Poisaxtes? Poisaxtes. Excuse me. Hello. That's how I think that's pronounced. I may be wrong. I'm most likely wrong. I should have just drew this manually. There. I just want to put an even shinier shine in the middle of that shine. Shing! There we go. There we go. Actually, let's fully. Thought I made a random little line off to the side earlier, and I did. We group it all, copy it all, paste it all, break that all apart. Oops. What's going on here? 3. There we go. Drop that behind. Choop. Choop, 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 choop. Thanks, Panda Express. He's a panda that's out in space, delivering fun to your face. If you need it quick and in a hurry, it's express delivery from Siri. All right, 1 minute left. I did want to add a sun to this, but that's easy enough. Black hole sun, won't you come wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you here? Boo. I already forget what that jingle was. I'm just thinking about Black Hole Sun now. Oh, yes, the Panda Express. The Panda in space. Delivering good times right to your face. Once you got the number, all you'd need to do. All right, I've lost all track of my whole life. Started to make a symbol out of that twice. Go down to the filters. Let's add a glow. Let's add a glow. Strengthen up that glow. And a little bit brighter than the edge. And then take the whole thing. Nope, that's not what I want. There we go. And then we'll add a blur to the whole thing. Put that medium quality. Boom. I don't know. Maybe it's too blurry. Maybe I should have did more of a cartoony sun, but that's okay. That's okay. It's 5 o'clock. It's 5:01. So you know what time it is for me to say. That's a weird, out of syntactically, a bad syntax. Oh, I'm tired. Anyway, as I say, every week I drone on for too long. Here's what we did. This is not a song. We got a bear in shades, having fun in the sun in the Everglades. We got a potato being derpy and having a good time, but he kind of looks like he's in pain. Hopefully the sun will shine. A ghost, that's a cat going, ooh, and having great taste in, I don't know, fine dining and doesn't leave waste. And an angry mustache for the captain of the Barms. Hopefully he will never have to take up arms. What if I looked at the camera for once? But that's what we did today, as you can see. And that's all I've got inside of me. Maybe next week I'll be here again, but on Tuesday for sure, Eric will be here with friends. I'll try my best to be here on Friday, and throughout the week, somebody else will also take over the Streamlabs mantle and do a nice stream and smell a scented candle. This is falling apart fast, and my rhymes are too weak. I'm getting hungry, and I still don't know what the word means to say on fleek, but at least it's gone, and no one says it, so there's no need to mention it. What a mess this is. Anyway, no, seriously, thanks everyone for hanging out. If you're still around, or if you've been here for 3 hours, that's amazing and unbelievable to me. Thanks for joining in and suggesting your ideas in the Twitter post. Like I said, I'll send all this stuff over to Eric, and he'll probably send it out Monday or early next week sometime, and then you'll have it. You can have it and hold it and love it and or hate it. I don't care. I still kind of want to add some highlights to this bear, but I'm not going to do that on the streaming air. But yeah, follow along on Twitter and Instagram and whatnot for whenever Streamlabs has a stream or something else is going on. I can try my best. Zashawn, my answer might be go to the Discord or to ask somebody else, because I just draw pictures here. But what is your question? If it's about actually your Streamlabs desktop or any of those things, the bots and whatnot, the widgets, I will not have an answer. I will direct you to the Discord and to talk to Streamlabs support. There's a whole team of people. But I don't know. Are you just trying to... Is this the thing that we're doing? But I will if I have an answer. But I need a question first. If you're just trying to keep me going to see how long you can keep me from ending this stream. How to get more viewers. But I have no idea. Some say consistency. Sometimes it's just about being yourself, following your own dreams, and people want to follow you along. Being interesting and interested in the people in your chat. Not doing follow for follows. Those are hollow follows. Nobody's going to come back once they get their numbers. That just gets deleted. But it's just about being viewable, doing as much as you can that makes you happy, and it makes other people happy to see you do happy things. But to get the real answer on Tuesday, I think it's Tuesday, but if you check out Eric's stream, office hours, whenever it happens, there will be some other streamers that will either have an answer, and or Eric himself has lots of advice and ideas and thoughts on how to get more viewers, or mostly it's about how to enjoy being a streamer and allowing the viewers to come. But, you know, there's a lot of ways you can implement some marketing type stuff. Just spreading yourself out there over all of the I want to say avenues. I'm an old person. Spreading your stream, spreading your name over every social media place where you can get it. But it's really just about doing that thing that you do, and hopefully, word of mouth and whatnot. Just like the more people like a thing, the more they talk about it. Or some big epic stunt. Some sort of Mr. Beast type thing where people can't help but show up. But other than that, like I said, I don't know. I've had like 700 Instagram followers for like the past 3 years. I don't know the magic. I don't know the magic thing. But good luck to everybody. Hopefully, like I said, we all measure success at different ways and different levels. And hopefully everyone does find their own happiness and success. Don't beat yourself up. Don't feel, bad. As long as you can have a good, happy stream, then you'll have a good, happy streaming community. If you're just cranky about nobody watching, then nobody's going to want to watch, because it gets annoying to listen to somebody complain that nobody's watching when you're actually there watching, and they might just be like just saying, you don't matter, even though you're here. But that's all I got. Hello, the Frantic Dodo. This is the end of the stream. I started to say goodbye 8 minutes ago. My workday is over. I have other stuff to do, but I'll be back next Friday, hopefully, to draw more stuff for everybody. Everybody have a fantastic weekend. Have a great stream. Be good in the community. I don't think anybody was trying to be mean or hurtful or upsetting in the chat this week, which they rarely are. And that alone, that makes me feel good. That's my measure of success. But yeah, show up 3 hours before right now, next Friday, and you'll be at the beginning. And super sorry. I don't know. Maybe someday they'll decide to just take all of my other responsibilities away, and then I'll just do this. I'll just be the Streamlabs streamer all week long. That's definitely not going to happen anytime soon, or later, honestly, sir. So get that dream out of your head. Aww. But yeah, thanks a lot for making it a good time, and for a good time. Hopefully everyone had a good time. And I'm gonna right now try to remember. I want to say Anton Scott. I already forgot. Although I said I would lock it in, and the Frantic Dodo, and we'll see if I can remember that next week. That's my challenge, and I will already forget in 4 minutes. But yeah, thanks a lot once again. Be nice to all your streaming friends, and have a good week, and then a good week. Oh, what if I could just stop talking? What if I could just stop talking, and end things with I just need like a good catchphrase that's just like, and that's it for me, have a great week. But it's still, I tried to do that, and I already wanted to add like 20 more words, but I just can't stop. I mean, you're still doing it right now. Just press the end stream button. It's right there. It's practically glowing red. Just press it. Yeah, we all have other things to do.